Some of you are also learning how to cope with overwhelming emotions. It's something that has made you not feel very comfortable with the Empress in reverse, like you don't have enough, like you can't create, you can't live your dream life. Some of you have also felt like you can't have an Empress archetype because you're learning to stabilize your emotions that are very overwhelming. This is a huge change for you with the Death card. Now, this is the second time we've had the Death card come up in this reading, different deck, except it was in reverse. So now it's upright. So some of you have just come through a great change, and this is everything you've already realized. And for those of you that are in that position, split the deck to the Two of Wands and the Seven of Wands. 27, make a wish. That's a synchronistic number. 27 is also a legendary number. So maybe you feel like this is your last chance to really shine for something. I say that because, you know, the 27 Club, I don't know why that's coming out. James Dean is also coming up, like devil may care kind of attitude with the double King of Wands. That, and this is fire, that could represent that archetype. Maybe you didn't think you were going to make it past 27 for some of you because of how fiery and active you are. That's for somebody. Two of Wands is about manifesting something, also choosing a path to take quick action on. Having two different destinies, possibly. Deciding what you want to fight for with the Seven of Wands. For some of you, it is this Queen of Pentacles figure because the Queen of Pentacles was underneath the Two of Wands. For some of you, you really want to move passionately towards this stable feminine energy. And that, again, could be within yourself, could be somebody else. So, yeah, this is a huge collective energy outpouring we have here. There's been many different energies we've tapped into today. Definitely see that Spirit is challenging me. So, I think for some of the fiery people here who just kind of took the reading back over, I might add, with their energy, you're trying to decide if what you want to fight for here. I don't feel like it's defensive. I feel it's more you're deciding how you want to manifest this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, whether it's a person. And look, people, here's a side note. Did you know that if you try to use manifestation techniques to manifest another person, that is the exact same thing as casting a love spell? Did you know that? Yeah, Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands in reverse. That's how you end up with some problems, let me tell you. Like, that's some huge self-sabotage and burdens you do not need to put on your shoulders, if some of you needed to hear that. Because we all know, if you are a practitioner or you're learning about the mystical arts, that you never cast spells for particular people, right? You cast spells to embody the kind of energy you want that attracts the kind of energy you want, but you don't specifically try to manifest people. And I know that manifestation is very trendy these days, and it really is just witchcraft. I mean, everything we say is witchcraft. Everything is spells, and some people are not going to like that I'm going to say this, but even prayers are spells. When you set intention and you create with your reality, and when your words create your thoughts and you take action on your thoughts, you actively create your reality, right? Right. Again, masculine principles is air and fire, okay? So air represents mind, fire represents action and spirit. You combine the two elements there and you get the King of Wands archetype. Some of you know very well how to manifest. This is more for those of you that are still learning. Yeah, and then we pull out the King of Swords archetype. King of Swords card. Wow, and then the King of Pentacles in reverse. I believe we have all the kings on the table now. So we've got an almost emperor energy here. Somebody who is almost an emperor. Because there's 3 of 4 kings upright. Looks like you're learning about stability here. And it could have to do with this Queen of Pentacles archetype. Either somebody is inspiring a person you know to be more stable, loving, nurturing, and less fiery, or you have seen how your actions have affected others and created instability in their life, possibly through your words or how you think about things with the King of Swords. 3 of Cups in reverse. For a small select few of you, it is through third-party relationships. I wasn't going to accept that card, and I don't usually read that card as so, but I did pick up on the energy. And again, I'm not placing judgment on anybody, and I'm also not coming after anybody, okay? And I'm not saying it's okay either. I'm a neutral party here. There's a reason they say don't shoot the messenger. Okay? If you feel anger, go find a productive way to channel that, okay? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. All right, so this is about independence. Maybe you haven't felt very independent and you rebelled through other people. That's for somebody. I don't need to read much more into that energy. Thank you. Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse. It's putting an end to old ways of doing things that used to make you feel nostalgic. And also for some of you, ending relationships from the past that you know are only causing harm at this point. And remember, if you're not living your truth, you're causing harm to yourself, and it can become toxic. Even soulmate relationships that are of the highest caliber can become karmic relationships. So for some of you, you are deciding to end a relationship from the past that you know you have outgrown, one that has kept you from taking action on your dreams and goals. Yeah, cause self-sabotage with the 5 of Swords. I'm losing my voice, so if somebody does not want me to go any deeper with that, I'm going to respect that. I'm going to have some tea, one moment. I don't keep track of time during these readings, that's why they're a quest. So again, if you hung in, leave me a heart emoji in the comments, or feel free to share your observations, experience, thoughts, hopes for the collective, if you have any. And let's pull some cosmic energy now, okay? I was thinking of doing an intuitive oracle card, but since I suspect this has gone on for a very long time, I'm not going to go into the oracle today except for these cosmic energy oracle cards. I just pulled the harmony card, understanding card, and the blessing. Harmony is the beautiful melody in relationships. Understanding is the key to deep connections. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. Well, this brings us back to equal give and take. Again, harmony and receiving and sharing, that's an exchange. I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles again here. So this is about equal give and take. This is about harmony within, understanding what gives you harmony, what keeps you in balance, so you can be a blessing to others and receive blessings. The understanding card, which I take a picture of these and leave them in the community tab, so if you want to check out some of the cards from the reading, they will also be the pinned image for this recording. I'll share it, but the understanding card here in the middle, which really this is literally the key to understanding, because there is a key sticking into a heart, right? So, yeah, understanding is the key here to your harmony and blessing. And again, going inward with the mind, meditating, learning mindfulness, these are all ways you can establish understanding, realizing what gives you harmony, and also to slow down long enough to be grateful for your blessings. Also, some of you just really deeply desire to share your blessings with somebody who you know is going to bring harmony and understanding to your life. So for those of you that are a little more laid back and don't have as many, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but complications in your life. So possibly some of you have been single for a while and you've had time to, like, you know, get settled in life. Maybe that represents more the Queen of Pentacles archetype in this reading. And again, you don't have to be a woman or feminine. It's just an energy, right? Maybe those of you that this is kind of, you're kind of more a quieter part of this group here, I can tell you. Because you have established harmony and understanding within yourself, and you know what you have to give and take. So for those of you that are already there, cool. You know, we often hear about all the craziness in the world. It's like, how do we talk about peace? Most people are striving for it. They don't actually know. So, hey, if you've got any guidance or wisdom of your own and you're coming from that perspective, please do share it in the comments. Also, thank you for holding space for everybody in this reading. If you made it that far and you do represent a more balanced, stable, grounded energy, thank you for being a quiet leader yourself. It is much appreciated. And now I'm feeling the support, so thank you. Whoa, I just had several cards try to fly out. And the card that was on the top was prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. So that brings us back to manifesting, creating our reality through our thoughts, through our words, and then taking action. Some of you are praying for a blessing. Some of you are praying for understanding. Some of you are praying for harmony. And remember that when we are grateful for what we have, we create more things to be grateful for. So in order to manifest, you must let go. Once you've imagined what you want and you've worked on your thoughts and you've created harmony within yourself, you naturally start attracting these things. And while it's good to pray on what you want or set intentions or cast spells, however you want to call it, it's all the same thing. It requires understanding what you're praying for. And if you are in a more generous position, like this Queen of Pentacles, or you are in a position of power as a spiritual leader, perhaps you pray for other people's blessings, for their own evolution and understanding, that other people can find peace. And if you do, you know, as a spiritual guide and an example, sometimes when I watch readings, and I tend to stay with the more spiritual leaders in the community, the Hedge Witch is a great example of that, by the way. If you have not checked out her channel, check her out. She is a phenomenal reader from, I think, South Africa. Yeah, check out the Hedge Witch. Yeah, so like when you're watching readings and sometimes when you feel like some of it hits, but the reading's not really for you, but you feel drawn to stick with it, perhaps the divine, and whoever the divine is to you, it could be some primal force within yourself, just an act of human kindness, really. Wish those people well that are struggling. And I'm not saying be a prayer warrior or, you know, like spend all your time, you know, of service to others. My cat agrees. Pardon, little miss. Listen here, I'm busy. One moment. I think it's time to wrap up